I will be showing you Avatar World's characters aging. One time, Mrs. Pazu's mother was about to have a baby. And then it came right out. It was Mrs. Pazu. And then everybody was looking at the baby. So cute, everybody thought. But the mom was thinking, why does she look too cheerful? So the parents thought they would do an exam on their daughter. But the baby said no, she didn't want an exam. She started crying and crying. So they put her in the bath instead. So then they took the baby home and Mrs. Pazu saw the cat. She started laughing. Even as a newborn, she didn't start crying or anything. And she wanted to sing. Her parents couldn't take it anymore. So then they returned her. So then they told the doctor, "Are you sure you grabbed the right baby?" They said. And the doctor was sure of it. She said, "Yes, I grabbed the right." She said, "Yes, of course I grabbed the right baby. What makes you say that?" And then the mom started complaining and complaining. The doctor got so tired, and when she saw the doctor tired, the baby started singing. And then the mom shouted, "See, that's the problem!" But then the doctor said, She's just acting like that because she's a newborn. I'm sure it'll go away." When Mrs. Pazu was a toddler, she decided to help out her parents clean the house. She just kept on tidying. It was incredible. Then, when Mrs. Pazu grew a little bit more, she started helping out way more. She started to clean more often. She started to tidy more often. And she always took out everything and flushed it down the toilet and threw it in the garbage if she saw something bad. Her parents were shocked. Even the kitty cat. Then 20 years later passed. Her parents were dead and Mrs. Pazu was an adult. And then she met her best friend, Junior's story. Once upon a time, when Junior was born, he heard everything music, even the bathtub. He even thought that was music. He started cheering. Junior, they never knew, his parents never knew what was going on with Junior, so they decided to take him home early. Even when they got home, Junior thought that their house was music too, even the sweeping. That was Junior's favorite sound. Even the teddy bear. That was Junior's favorite sound. The teddy bear. Junior cuddled up with it. So then his parents thought that he was a little bit too weird. He thought that everything was music in the world. One time when Junior was a toddler, Junior thought that he could still make music. He thought he could make the perfect soundtrack and everything. He turned on the shower. He turned on the sink. He turned on the washing machine. He thought that was the perfect soundtrack. Then Junior went to sleep. And then when he woke up, he thought that his snoring was a soundtrack. He thought that his snoring was music. So then he started cheering. And then after years, he started doing stuff. And then he came up with a perfect soundtrack, he thought. And then he put it on. His parents came rushing. Their minds were blown. They thought that Junior had studied that today, but then they thought that their son would never ever be able to study this that fast. They asked him, did he even sleep? And then Junior saw that as a music sound. So then he started saying, yes, I saw that. Yes, it took so many years. His parents' minds were blown. They took him to dance. Junior thought that music was great. But then he thought that dancing was great. But he never got to come up with a soundtrack there. He had to follow everything that the teacher did. It was boring. He thought that maybe he can do a perfect soundtrack during lunch. But then he saw no soundtracks. They thought that music class was great. And it was perfect. So then Junior finally worked there the rest of his life. The cook. She always wanted to keep everything tidy at her daycare. So she put everything away. And kids started crying a lot. It's because she put everything away. They never wanted her to put anything away ever again. But never ever. The cook was so angry. That she said that I can keep everything tidy all by myself. She said that she didn't want anybody's help. She said that she was the only person who gets to clean up. When a little baby's shark toy got put away, he started crying. The cook tried to say, well, face it, mister. The kids tried and tried to reason with her, but she said no. All she said is she wants to keep everything clean. When the cook was a kid, she always wanted to make lunch with everybody. She always wanted to tell everybody to clean up. But nobody ever listened to her. She got so upset that she had to clean everything all by herself. The cook said maybe it might be time to teach these kids a lesson. So then she started cleaning. She put everything where it went, where it needed to go. She flushed all of the paper down the toilet. And even when she was taking a shower, she wanted to keep everything clean. But then one time, the cook grew up. And then she said, I will be your new cleaner cook. Everybody was cheering even in the lunchroom. One time Louis was in kindergarten. He started jumping on the trampoline. Louis loved to jump on the trampoline. And then Louis thought that, and then Louis' his hair got all messy, so he decided to clean it. With a plushie, of course, he never knows how to use a plushie. He never knows what a hairbrush is, so he used a plushie for his hair. One time, Louis's hair got all messy in school, so then he decided to brush it. But he couldn't seem to find a hairbrush, so he used his hands. The teacher yelled at him for doing that, so he should go to the showers. Louis wanted to stay at the school bath, at the school shower for hours and hours. Until Louis realized how much time he has been in the school just washing his hair and shampooing it. So he went away. But then Louis had a bit of a problem because people kept saying that he's not handsome. But then a beautiful lady showed up out of nowhere. She was wearing a black dress, and everything went with her black dress. Louis said that she was the prettiest girl anybody could ever ask for. So then he proposed to her, and she said, of course. Well, friends, I'm so sorry, but that was it. I'm so sorry, friends, that wasn't a lot. Well, thank you so much for being very valuable to my channel, friends. Well, that's it. Goodbye.